Hello again. This is Nado speaking. I'm talking about my CV and my portfolio. These are again the Wimbledon houses. As you can see, this is one of my site visits, site inspection. Now we finished the slabs and we started with the walls. This is the client of number 31. Now here from the road and the views, as you can see, of Merton. So we finished the slab and we started the block work and putting some timber to put the reinforced concrete rods on the floor at the top. This is a view from the garden. These are the manholes, as you can see. We had serious problem with the drainage fall, but we sorted it out. That's the client and the contractor. And as you can see here, we've gone up with the blockwork insulation and the metal rods there. More photos. I used to take these pictures and then make some notes and then go back to the office and show them to my boss and discuss with him. And then also, before I go to the office, I used to tell the contractor that these bits and pieces we have to deal with and sort out. And there was one wall here, I might show it to you. I asked him really to demolish it and repeat it because it was a little bit bent and I wasn't happy, and informed the structure engineer. So I was quite persistent with him that it's not working properly, and then he agreed in the end and he demolished it and then he built it again. This is another visit now, another inspection. As you can see now, the blockwork are up, and now we are at the ground level, because that was the basement. That's the ground level now. The metal rods are laid. These are retaining concrete walls. And yes, this is the wall actually. That's the wall which I asked him to rebuild. It was tilted and bent, and we had some problems. So I informed the structural engineer. I told him he has to deal with it and probably demolish it. So he demolished it and he built a new one properly to the specifications. And so no problems, because we have neighbors here at a high level as well. So I was worried that the earth could push the wall on the side. So I made sure the structural engineer come in and inform the contractor that he has to deal with this wall. So they agreed then that they have to demolish that wall and do it again. Right, that's inside one of the houses. So contractor again. I'll just take you quickly through it. So this is one of the visits. And that's the downstand, the concrete. I insisted to have concrete, really, the structure, because we had water table there at the bottom. So I said we use there on these slabs and the ground floor, and should make the house more stable and much better, because I felt as well that because of the hill, there is a road which is vibrating towards the houses, and it could cause problems. So I insisted on having retaining walls, and the structural engineer agreed with me. And really, I think it was a good choice. As you can see here, the concrete everywhere, where we feel that we might have problems with the neighbors. We used Everdew calcite concrete, by the way, as well, because I was worried about the hydrostatic pressure from the ground, because everywhere is water underneath the ground. So we made sure that we used something quite strong and powerful, which the government department use in their basements. So Everdew calcite concrete was a good solution. We agreed on using it to protect the houses from the hydrostatic pressure from below the ground. I'll just go quickly through these. That's the side, as you can see, one of the retaining walls. And yeah, that's the one actually that I asked him to rebuild. and make sure that it is straight and it's not tilting. As you can see here, we have pressure from the neighbor, from the earth of the neighbor. So he did it properly again, and the structural engineer was happy, and the contractor understood that it was his mistake, so he had to do it again properly. His background originally, the contractor is a carpenter, but it's a good one anyway. So he had a good team. This has to be like that. Yeah, I'll try to find more photographs to show you. That's the TPM membrane between the wall and the slab. I like to take photos to show the details and the steps, so my boss can see everything, and he can familiarize himself with what's going on site, and if there's anything wrong, we can go back and tell the contractor or send him a fax. But anyway, it was a very complicated site and complicated project, because we had hills and slide this way and slide that way, and drainage and water tables. It was a fairly complicated site, as you can see. It was windy as well. Yeah, I think that should be enough for today, just to give you about some flavors. These some old photos. They are black and white. I printed them some time ago. I need them for my log sheets as well. Okay, thank you so much for listening.